just because of entertaining Agent Jonathan Morales. For all we know, Mr. President, Your Honor, kahit na he is still facing cases, kahit na kumbiktado na yan, kahit na sabihin mo, siya ang pinakamasamang tao sa buong mundo, sa balat ng mundo, still, I believe na he has still his own piece of truth. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na pinakamasamang tao yan, hindi na natin paniwalaan. How unfair can we be to the people kung hindi natin siya paniwalaan?
Just because of entertaining Agent Jonathan Morales, kahit na he's still facing cases, kahit na konbiktado na yan, kahit na sabihin mo na siya ang pinakamasamang tao sa buong mundo, sa balat ng lupa, still, I believe na he has still his own piece of truth. Ang banat ni Senator Bato de la Rosa kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Hindi nagpatinag si Senator Bato de la Rosa kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada matapos questionin at pagdudahan ang kredibilidad ng testigong ex-PDEA agent na si Jonathan Morales pagkatapos nitong malaman na nagkakaso na si Jonathan Morales ng false testimony, estafa, blunting of evidence at extortion. Our resource person present here today that I am testing his credibility does not have any evidence to present. If we continue to listen to the imagination, lies, or the alibis of this witness, it might diminish the credibility of this committee. Ang giit ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada, hindi naman nagpatinag si Senator Bato de la Rosa kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada. As I have said, meron akong pinaniniwalaan sa kanyang sinasabi. Meron din akong hindi pinaniniwalaan. Kaya nga tayo naghihiring dito para i-validate natin yung mga pinagsasabi niya at rest assured na hindi madidiminish yung ating reputasyon just because of entertaining Agent Jonathan Morales. Kahit na he is still facing cases, kahit na konbiktado na yan, kahit na sabihin mo siya ang pinakamasamang tao sa buong mundo, sa balat ng lupa, still, I believe na he has still his own piece of truth. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na pinakamasamang tao yan, hindi na natin pagpapaniwalaan kahit masama siyang tao. How unfair can we be to the people kung hindi natin siya papaniwalaan? Please magtiwala lang kayo sa akin and I will do my best na hindi tayo mapapahiya dito. Yung institusyon ng ating Senado ay hindi mapapahiya dahil sa ginagawa kong hearing. Ang banat ni Senator Bato de la Rosa kay Senator Estrada. Kung magpapa-apekto ka sa factors na yan, emotions, politics, etc., you'll never achieve your objective. Mag-o-of course ka. You will be dragged far away. So nagsusumikap lang tayo na maging objectives dito. Stay the course. Huwag magpa-distract. Pero somehow, tao pa rin tayo. Minsan makakaramdam din ng pagod, makakaramdam din ng panghihina. So that's normal. Sige lang, tuloy lang tayo. Kaya nga hindi ako nagpadala kanina sa mga advice ng mga kasamahan kong senador na ihinto na natin. Sabi ko lang, nakiusap lang ako sa ating Senate President at saka sa ating mga kasamahan na huwag niyo muna akong pahintuin. Give me one more hearing session para matapos ko ito at para gagawa na ako ng committee report. Tapusin ko ito sa next kung dumating yung mga hindi sumipot kanina. Kung makakasipot sila at makabigay sila ng kanilang tamang statement, then siguro pwede na tayong mag-wrap up at gumawa ng committee report. Ani Senator Bato de la Rosa.
Pwede nyo sabihin sa integridad, sa trabaho ni Ginoong Morales?
Alam nyo, Mr. Chairman, ako, Director General ako. Nandun sila, nasa doormat sila eh. Doormat sila eh. As a matter of fact, within the IS, IIS, nandun siya sa ibaba, investigador siya. Meron pa siya na I think nandiyan si Francia, pero above Francia, there's somebody else. Pagkatapos, saka ka lang aakyat doon sa DG for Deputy for Operation, the classmate of our Honorable Chairman. Ang nagtataka ko, bakit he is all over? Ba't nandoon ka? Nilalampasan mo lahat ng tao.
Sino? You're talking about Morales?
Eh, nakadiretso nga siya hanggang Malacanang daw eh.
So he did not follow the chain of command? Yun ba ibig niyo sabihin?
Walang chain of command na sinusundan. He's all over. Pagkatapos, tinira pa niya ako. Ang sinasabi ko noon, titirahin mo ko Meron tayong command group, Mr. Chairman.
Ano po pagkatira sa inyo, General?
Yung mga tungkol sa chemicals yan, ipahimkuan. Ang hindi niya alam, yung chemicals na dinestroy na yon, that was taken up during the conference of the command group, conference group, at the behest of the laboratory, the chemist. In-explain na wala nang gamit yan, pero po pwedeng dahil nag-offer yung kumpanya na kung ano yung diluted chemicals, bibili nila. So nagkonsulta ako. He's not a member of that group.
Who was his immediate superior, General? Si Francia kamo?
Sabi si Francia, hindi ko na sila matandaan.
So, wala kayong, nung pumasok si Morales sa PIDEA noong 2009, wala kayong, hindi kayo nag-uusap, hindi mo siya kilala?
No, I know him. I know him dahil kami yung Mr. Donut Group. Yung Mr. Donut, umupo ka ng mesa, lahat ng chismis sa buong Pilipinas, mapapakinggan mo.
Kasama po siya?
Nandun yung kanyang misis, hindi ko malam kung misis niya yun. Kaibigan namin eh. Kaya nung inirecommend, sila General Bobby Santiago, my deputy, recommended, inabsorb namin sila dahil talagang kailangan namin ng ahente. Wala kami talagang, good afternoon, Senator.
Pwede niyo ba sabihin sa amin kung ano pagkakilala niyo rito sa ahenteng ito?
Hindi nga, ang nangyari nga noon, dahil in-need kami, alam ko, investigador siya ng pulis eh, galing nga sa NAR Group, may experience. O di sige, nag-apply, dumaan sa process, na-approve. Na-approve, so nandoon siya. Ang pinagtataka ko, binanata niya ako, bandang huli, pinalitan si Gutierrez, pumalit si Gutierrez, binanata na naman siya si Gutierrez, tapos ako na magaling. Tapos, nawala si Gutierrez, pumalit si General Kakdak. May problema na naman si General Kakdak. Lahat kami may problema, siya lang ang tama. Magaling eh. Yung akala niya magaling siya, siya ang tama. Kaya kami, wala kaming karapatan lahat.
Pero General, bago nyo tinanggap o nag-apply sa PIDEA itong si Morales, hindi nyo ba chinek yung kanyang background na na-drop siya sa PNP, na-dismiss siya sa serbisyo, na-suspindi siya, tapos na-drop na naman sa PNP?
Ba, hindi ko na kuhan yun dahil nag-present siya sa recruitment group eh.
So, ibig sabihin, he misrepresented himself.
Hindi, Mr. Chairman, if I may. Ngayon lang ako nakarinig, nandito, ang daming military rito, pati si Chairman. Ano, Chairman, ang nangyayari if you are a wall? When are you dropped from roles? After 31 days ba?
So,
General Hangkan?
the chairman...
Hindi na namin matanda. Pero automatically, pag ikaw nag-leave ka, nag-over ka, binibilang mo yun. Alam mong peligroso ka na. Alam mong drop from roles ka, automatic. Hindi na kailangan sabihan ka. Alam mong goodbye ka na.
Alam naman natin yan, sir, na ang kasunod ng drop from roles is discharge from the service. Kung hindi mo maagapan, hindi ka makapag-report. Automatic yan. If you're dropped from roles, ang succeeding is orders yan to be issued is talagang dismissal from the service.
Yes, that is the process, Mr. Chairman.
That's the process.
Yeah. Pero alam mo, pag lumampas ka, alam mo na automatic, you're dropped from
Mr.
roles.
Chair.
Yes, automatic.
General, maliwanag na maliwanag dito sa kanyang PDS, nakalagay dito, have you ever been formally charged? Ha? Ang sabi niya, no. Pero, he misrepresented himself to the PIDEA dahil marami siyang kaso. Pangalawa, have you ever been separated from the services in any of the following, ano ito? Malabo na ba ito? Modes of resignation, retirement, dropped from the roles, dismissal, termination, end of term, finished contract, awol, or phased out in the public or private sector? Ang sinagot niya, no. Pero, he was dropped, he was dismissed from the service, from the Philippine National Police. tinanong kita last hearing if you misrepresented yourself sa PDS mo na sinabit mo sa PIDEA, na you were not dropped from the PNP roll and was not dismissed and suspended. The PDS was made under oath. So malinaw na nagsisinungaling ka sa PDS mo. Dahil dito, maliwanag na sinabi mo na wala kang mga kaso. Sabi mo, no. Tapos dun sa mga, may tanong dito sa PDS, have you been separated from the service? Sinabi mo, no. O pero dito, natanggal ka sa serbisyo, meron ka mga kaso, you misrepresented yourself. O di sinungaling ka.
Mr. Chairman, pwede sumagot. Your Honor, gaya po nung nasabi ko nung...
But before we continue, pasensya ka na, Sir Senate President, ilang minutes ka na nakaupo dito. I failed to recognize you. Masyadong malalim yung iniisip ko eh. Pasensya ka na. I would like to acknowledge the presence of our Senate President, Senator Mig Suberi. Sorry, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. I'll give an opening statement after the gentleman answers the queries of Senator.
So, Senator Jinggoy, after that answer, we'll yield the floor to that Senate President. Go ahead, Agent Morales.
Your Honor, na-comply ko po yung mga requirements. Yung pong binabanggit ni Honorable Senator Jinggoy Estrada, ito po yung may mga pinabago sa akin ang PIDEA HRS nung panahon po na yon. Kasi may mga information po ako doon na hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung status noon. Ngayon, nung bago ako tanggapin ng recruitment committee, na-comply ko po lahat, pati nga po mga clearances eh. Ngayon po, kay ako po, nire-respeto ko po si Gerald Santiago.
Agent Morales, klaruhin lang kita. Kung you misrepresented yourself, sigurado ako, yung mga taga-PIDEA people will run after you and will charge you with fraudulent appointment or fraudulent enlistment niya sa armed forces eh. Hahabulin ka talaga kung nag-misrepresent ka. I am sure, hahabulin ka.
Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, no recruitment process, na-comply ko po lahat yung kaya nga po ako nagkaroon ng appointment. At ako po ay naging subject po nung background investigation ng PIDEA. Ang ano po niyan, ang PIDEA po, ang tumanggap sa akin. Yung sinasabi po ni Gerald Santiago na sinisisi ko po siya doon sa hindi po. Ako po, personal na ni-recruit ni Gerald Junicio Santiago. Ako po ay naglalakad sa Green Hills. Huminto po yung kotse sa harap ko mismo. Ang sabi niya sa akin, gusto mo mag-PIDEA? Sabi ko, sir, qualified po ba ako? Di ba board passer ka? Yes, sir. Oh, may barong ka. Sabi niya sa akin, yes, sir. Punta ka ron kay Wilkins. Alam mo yung Castañeda? Yes, sir. O, punta ka ron. Akala ko pa nga po kung sino po yung Wilkins. Yung pagdating ko nga po ron, yung po pala, yung superintendent ng PIDEA Academy. So, nung araw na yon, hindi na po ako nakauwi. Meron pong gentleman's course po doon na kinakandak. At yung
Mr.
po...
Chair, if I may, the narratives of Mr. Morales is not germane to the question that I've asked. No, what I was asking is that did you misrepresent yourself when you applied for a position at the PIDEA? Because it is very clear in the PDS that you misrepresented yourself. Despite the
Mr.
fact...
Chairman, Your Honor.
Answer directly.
Wala po akong represent, Your Honor. Kasi po, kinomply ko po yan doon sa PIDEA admin. Kinomply ko po yan. Yan pong mga hindi ko po alam yan na basta kinomply ko po yan. Kaya nga po nila ako tumanggap eh. To continue, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman.
No. What did you comply, Mr. Morales? What did you comply? Wala. Dito sa PDS mo, ang sinagot mo at ang tanong sa'yo, have you ever been formally charged? Sinagot mo, no. Pero marami ka namang kaso rito. At inuulit ko, have you been separated from the service in any of the following modes? Resignation, retirement, drop from the rolls? You said no. Di sinagot mo, no, maliwanag naman.
Your Honor, yung nga po
sandali lang. Tapos dito sa nakalap natin mga records mo, marami kang mga kaso.
Mr. Chairman, normal po doon sa operatiba ang magkakaso.
Why did you misrepresent yourself?
Your Honor, wala pong misrepresentation dyan.
Dapat sinabi mo, yes, you have been formally charged.
Recording in progress.
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, ako'y nag-comply doon sa hinihingi ng PIDEA recruitment recruitment doon.
General Santiago, you were PIDEA chief at that time. Kung nalaman nyo po na marami kaso po ito, na he misrepresented himself doon sa pag-apply niya sa PIDEA, will you still accept him?
Sino naman ang... kahit sino naman yan, pag alam mo niloloko ko, ba't mo tatanggapin? Saka dalawa pa yan, idadagdag ko lang. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Chairman. Ang kaso, dalawa, administrative, and the other one is criminal. Yung administrative, pwede kang makalusot dyan eh. Yung criminal, pag nakalusot ka dyan, pasasabihin mo, Kwan, nakapending pa, hindi pa nare-resolve, maraming requirement ang criminal prosecution. As a matter of fact, pagka criminal prosecution, ayan, si Romy, hindi pa nakapasa sa bar yan. Pinantay ka na. Tapos pagtalo kayo sa akin dito, hindi ako abogado. Pagka criminal prosecution, kailangan dyan, it is always beneficial. Ang approach natin yan, benefit of the doubt is given to the suspect. Pagkatapos may two-witness rule tayo dyan. As a matter of fact, yung sinasabi, nakinig ako siyempre si Congressman Marcoleta, bilib ako dyan, pinapanood ko. Kaya ko nalaman na yung photocopy is secondary evidence. Secondary evidence. Pero babalikan natin yung tanong, kung nasa yung secondary evidence, again, nasaan yan? Yun ang root of contention dito sa hearing na to eh. Nasaan yung original? O pagkatapos, tinatago, ito naman si Maharlika, pinangalanan yung, siya na nagturo eh. Nasa vlog yan eh. Tinuro niya kung sino source. Nag-volunteer daw na nag-report. Ngayon, kung papakinggan ko lahat at papaniwalaan kung napapanood ko sa YouTube, wala na, ang gulo-gulo na natin lalo. Hindi mo naman alam kung sino totoo at sino mali ron sa YouTube eh. Marami niyan kung magsalita. Meron ko may mga professional na kwan. Alam mo, huwag kang magagalit, Jonathan, ang tawag ng mga kaibigan namin sa iyo, STL. Huwag mo kakalimutan STL. Kilala ka nila personally. Ang STL, ano STL? Alam ko, the small town lottery. Professional storytelling a liar. STL, yun ang sabi sa akin. Kilala ka nila.
Okay,
Sir, with the indulgence of Senator Jinggoy, I would like to yield the floor to the Senate President because he has a very important thing to do. But
Just
before that, Senate President, sir, just would like to answer the comment of General Santiago. This is about the rules of the Senate, Section 10, Rule of Evidence. Technical rules of evidence. Kaya kung sinasabi mo, primary man o secondary or whatever evidence yan. Technical rules of evidence applicable to judicial proceedings which do not affect substantive rights need not be observed by the committee. So kaya nga sir, sabihin mo, to be technical about it, hanapin natin yung physical na papel na yan, yung papel na yan. Pero ako tinanggap ko yung soft copy. Soft copy. Tinanggap ko lang dito sa Senado. Because hindi man ito korte talaga. This is investigation in the aid of legislation. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Senate
Mr.
President.
Chairman, hindi nga ako pulis eh. Kaya I'm very happy. Na-educate ako rito. Pwede na akong mag-take ng bar sa mga hearing nyo eh. Pero ang point ko dyan, kaya ako naman na-cite yung celebrated case namin sa Mayon. Nahuli namin yung mga pulis doon sa Jollibee, sa Mayon. Pinailan namin ang kaso yun. Pagkatapos merong vehicle doon, na-convince kami because based on surveillance, gamit nila Raydado, yung dinismiss din nila Magalong eventually. Nando sa kabila. Sinabihan ako ni Judge Panganiban ng Quezon City RTC, General, talo tayo. I immediately agreed. Dahil yung evidence na ituturo namin, do alam namin kanila, nasa other side of the road.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that. Senate President, sir, you have the floor.
Yes, maraming salamat, Chairman, sa ating mga resource persons today. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Sa ating mga senators present, magandang hapon din. We have been monitoring the committee hearings being conducted by the Committee on Public Order, and very serious accusations have been made. Whether they have merit or not is a whole other matter. While certain claims were made, documentary evidence is yet to be presented. There were no pictures, no corroborating testimonies. In other words, this was solely based on the testimony of one person based on what appears to be hearsay evidence. With due respect, Mr. Morales cites a document which he claims to have seen by virtue of his former position, although he did not personally witness any wrongdoing. Then, the drug test of our president is being brought up, even though it was not did not appear germane to the subject of the motu proprio investigation done last hearing. Under a court of law, although I respect what this chairperson had just discussed just now before I was recognized, but under a court of law, guilt must be proven beyond reasonable doubt. While legislative inquiries are very liberal in terms of adhering to rules of evidence, it is our opinion that hearings should aim to ferret out the truth using evidence and facts. Otherwise, the faith of the people in inquiries in aid of legislation may be diminished, especially when it causes reputational damage to other parties. There have been instances where statements were made in legislative inquiries only to be recanted before the courts later on, and we do not want a repeat of that. While we respect the committee's right to perform oversight functions in aid of legislation, I caution our colleagues to be very careful not to use the hearings in aid of political persecution. Hindi natin hayaan na magamit ang Senate hearings para sa pamumulitika. Napakahalaga po ang Senate hearings sa pagbuo natin ng mas epektibo na batas para sa bayan. Kaya napakahalaga rin ang maging patas at base sa ebidensya ang ating mga hearings. Kailangan ng ebidensya, hindi pwedeng sabi-sabi lang, at pinapaalala natin ang halaga na mapagkakatiwala ang resources. Walang chismis, walang politika, katotohanan lang. Yun lamang pong reminder ko sa ating mga kasamahan dito dahil syempre, I guess I said, reputational damage is being done when we put out disinformation or fake news, ika nga, kung walang ebidensya. So mag-ingat lang po tayo. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chairman, bilang presidente ng ating Senado, gusto ko po, pag nanonood po ang taong bayan sa atin, napatas po tayo at base sa ebidensya para hindi po tayo dito gagamitin ng ibang grupo pamumulitika. Yun lamang. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, if I may.
Thank you, Senate President, for that reminder. And I hope my Senate President is not losing confidence to this chairman. How I wish I will still enjoy your support because lalabas dyan kasi pag anyway, hindi lang. Anyway, ko lang. Thank you for that caution. Thank you for that caution. Because if I find myself to be alone in this hearing, I will not get the support of my colleagues. Then siguro, surrender ako dito sa hearing na ito. If I don't get the support of my colleagues, hinto na ako dito sa aking ginagawa. Kuhan tayo dito yung damn if you do, damn if you don't. This is
No,
just...
Mr. Chair, majority of your colleagues are supporting you, Mr. Chair, including the Senate President.
Yeah, thank you.
So that
Thank you.
I allowed, actually, binabatikos din ako ng ibang, just to be fair, binabatikos ako ng iba't ibang grupo. I'm neither here nor there. Galit sa akin yung Duterte group, galit sa akin yung Marcos group. Galit sa akin yung Duterte group dahil nagpalabas po tayo ng warrant of arrest against Pastor Kibuloy. Tapos, galit din yung Marcos group sa akin, yung mga loyalists, dahil daw pinayagan kita mag-hearing na yung araw na ito at nung nakarang ilang 2 linggo. Ang pinoproteksyonan po natin dito ang institusyon, ang Senado. Because the Senate believes in the committee system. So, never ni Senator Bato sa akin na itigil yung committee. You've never gotten a call from me. Never did I tell you to stop the hearings. I just told you to be cautious. Make sure that it is evidence-based. That's the reminder I give not only for this committee, but for the other committees. Because very soon we'll also be discussing the gentleman's agreement case against China. I will also air the same caution to the committee members there na mag-ingat po tayo dahil reputational damage ay pwede mangyari kung haka-haka lamang po ang gagamitin natin. Yung protectionan ko po dito ang Senado. Kaya yan lang po ang aking caution for all parties involved. Let's not use this for politics. Let us continue our job to remain truthful to our mandate to the Philippine Senate and to the Filipino people. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chairman. That reminder goes for all other hearings.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr.
President.
Chair, if I may.
Thank you. For a while, Senator Jinggoy. Anyway, we'll take in all your reminders. We'll take in. And I hope you know me personally. At I will never be used by anybody for whatever agenda that they may have. Ginagawa ko lang dito is trabaho lang talaga ito. Maybe very difficult job. Maybe, alam mo, galit sa akin yung mga DDS. Bakit hindi ko dinidiinan daw si Pangulong BBM? Galit rin sa akin yung Malacanang, I suppose, because bakit ako nagkandak ng hearing. But for me, this is in aid of legislation para hindi na po mauulit yung mga leakage ng mga unauthorized disclosure of classified documents. Ayun lang po. Rest assured, Mr. Senate President, that I have no hidden agenda. My God, you know me personally. I hope I maintain you maintain my trust on your chairman. Thank you.
You have our full trust and confidence, Mr. Chairman, and that reminder goes for all the chairpersons of the committees. Hindi lamang po sa inyo yan. So, again, parang kapatid ko to si Senator Bato. I always told him that be fair and ferret out the truth. And yun lamang po. Maraming salamat, Chairman.
Thank you, Senate President.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Naputol na yung kwan? Saan naputol?
Dali lang.
Senator Jinggoy, go ahead.
Mr. Chair,
After Senator Jinggoy, Senator Bongo.
I totally and absolutely agree with the opening statement of our Senate President that in this committee, we have to ferret out the truth. And it must and it should be based on evidence.
Recording in progress.
But unfortunately, our resource person present here today, that I am testing his credibility, does not have any evidence to present. So, Mr. Chair, Mr. Senate President, Mr. President, if we continue to listen to the imagination or the alibis of this witness, it might, don't get me wrong, Mr. Chair, it might diminish the credibility of this committee. So, that is my piece, Mr. President, Mr. Chair. If we continue to listen to all his alibis and all his lies, imagination, baka mawala yung kredibilidad ng hearing na ito. That's why we have to, sometimes, siguro, papalahanin ko rin yung sarili natin, we have to vet our resource person. Hindi katulad nito na paniniwalaan natin na marami palang kaso.
Yes, Your Honor, I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you. As I've said, meron akong pinaniwalaan sa kanya sinasabi, meron din akong hindi pinapaniwalaan. Kaya nga tayo nag-hearing dito, para nga i-validate natin yung mga pinagsasabi niya. Yun lang po sa akin. I want to hear everyone. Wala po akong sabihin na magpagamit kung anong meron siyang agenda. Wala po. At rest assured na hindi madidiminish yung ating yung ating reputasyon just because of entertaining Agent Jonathan Morales. For all we know, Mr. President, Your Honor, kahit na he is still facing cases, kahit na kumbiktado na yan, kahit na sabihin mo, siya ang pinakamasamang tao sa buong mundo, sa balat ng mundo, still, I believe na he has still his own piece of truth. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na pinakamasamang tao yan, hindi na natin paniwalaan. How unfair can we be to the people kung hindi natin siya paniwalaan? Kahit na masama siyang tao. Kaya, that's the purpose of this hearing, to hear them, to listen to them. And it's up for us to believe. Whether we believe on him or not, then same goes true with all the resource person. Ganoon po ang ating treatment dapat. Basta ako, I am just giving you the assurance as you're my vice chairman of this committee and including the Senate President. Please magtiwala lang kayo sa akin and I will do my best na hindi tayo mapapahiya dito sa yung institusyon natin. Hindi mapapahiya dahil sa ginagawa kong hearing. That's all.
Mr. Chair, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Thank you.
I trust you. I think majority of our colleagues trust you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wala akong sinasabi na bias ka. No. We have trust. We have full trust and confidence in you, Mr. Chair. What I'm saying, the reason why I gave that particular statement, that it might diminish the credibility of this committee because of the lies and the imagination of this resource person, because I have repeatedly ask question if he has evidence or he has evidence to present or to provide this committee. Wala ho talaga siyang ebidensya maipakita. At yung tinatanong ko lagi sa kanya, yung second question ko sa kanya kanina, which I asked before during the second hearing, kung sino yung confidential informant niya, sinabi niya, hindi niya matandaan. So how can we believe in this with this kind of resource person na wala naman talaga siyang pirepresentang hard proof evidence dito sa committee nito. We are here to ferret out the truth, to know the truth and nothing but the truth. Yun lang naman, and in aid of legislation. Yun lang naman talagang gugustuhin natin. Pero if you have this kind of resource person who are spreading lies and intrigues, that is not acceptable, Mr. President, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Jinggoy. I would yield the floor to Senator Bong Go.
Mag-subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para sa mga susunod na video updates. Maraming salamat po.